Multiplying and dividing integers. When you are multiplying or dividing numbers with the same signs, both positive or both negative, your answer is going to be positive. When you are multiplying or dividing numbers with different signs, one positive and one negative, your answer is going to be negative. Let's practice multiplying. The first example, we have a negative 6 times 7. In this case, our signs are different. We have a negative 6 and a positive 7. Well, so we know our answer is going to be negative because we have different signs. And 6 times 7 is 42. The next example is negative 4 times negative 9. In this case, we have the same sign. Both numbers are negative. A negative times a negative is going to give you a positive, and 4 times 9 is 36. The next example, we have a positive 3 times a negative 8. A positive times a negative means we have different signs, so our answer is going to be negative, and 3 times 8 is 24. The last example, we have negative 5 times negative 7. A negative times a negative means we have the same signs, so our answer is going to be positive, and 5 times 7 is 35. Let's practice some division problems. The first example, we have negative 18 divided by a positive 2. A negative divided by a positive means we have different signs, so our answer is going to be a negative, and 18 divided by 2 is 9. The next example, we have 36 divided by a negative 12. 36 is positive, negative 12 is obviously negative, so we have a positive divided by a negative, or different signs, so my answer is going to be negative, and 36 divided by 12 is 3. The last example, and just notice that this division problem is shown using bar notation, using a division bar. So we have negative 14 divided by a negative 7. A negative divided by a negative means we have same signs, so our answer is going to be a positive, and 14 divided by 7 is 2. A couple more examples. In this case, remember numbers separated by parentheses with no sign between them means that we're multiplying. So this first example, we have negative 3 times negative 4 times negative 4. We're going to go ahead and just multiply from left to right. So the first two numbers that we see are negative 3 and negative 4. A negative 3 times a negative 4 is going to give me a positive because we have two negatives. Multiplying two negative numbers gives me a positive, and 3 times 4 is 12. Notice I'm bringing down multiplying by the remaining negative 4. So now I need to multiply a positive 12 times a negative 4. A positive times a negative gives me a negative, and 12 times 4 is 48. So my answer is negative 48. The next example, we're multiplying four numbers together. We have negative 2 times negative 4 times negative 5 times negative 1. Go ahead and group them together. Negative 2 times negative 4, multiplying two negative numbers means that I'm going to have a positive, and 2 times 4 is 8. I went ahead and I brought down multiplying by negative 5 and negative 1. Now I'm going to go ahead and multiply from left to right again, which means I'm going to do positive 8 times a negative 5. A positive times a negative gives me a negative, and 8 times 5 is 40. So I have negative 40, and go ahead and bring down multiplying by the negative 1. Negative 40 times negative 1, a negative times a negative gives you a positive number, and 40 times 1 is 40.